Hey guys, today I'm diving into a game called Schedule 1. It's all about building your very own drug empire. Yeah, we're talking Breaking Bad, but make it video game edition. You'll be managing production, handling distribution, avoiding the cops, and dealing with some very angry rival factions. My goal? Simple. Either earn a cool million or become filthy rich before I hit day 100. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. If you enjoy this chaos, let me know down in the comments. Smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can follow my highly questionable journey to the top. All right, let's start by making our character. I decided to make him look like my uncle. So after that, we woke up in our trusty old RV, aka the broke man's mansion. Now, I've already played this game before, so I know what's about to happen to that RV. And spoiler alert, it's not good. So instead of running around like a headless chicken, I decided to be smart for once. We're broke AF, so I just waited for our precious plants to grow. Then I harvested them and made some quick cash. Gotta secure the bag early if we want to hit that million, baby. I took everything I could from the RV because later on, you'll see why. It's better to be prepared now than regret it later. Now I need to head to the payphone to talk to Uncle Nelson. He's the reason I'm on this mission. He taught me everything I know. Gotta admit, he's a good uncle. Since I'm a good kid, I follow orders from my elders. Uncle gave us a few bucks to kickstart our small drug empire. Then he said, time to head back to the RV. So I did. And then it happened. I heard a loud noise. Boom! Something blew up. And yep, you already guessed it. It was the RV. Someone clearly knew we were planning to start business here, and they weren't happy about it. They left a note saying, "This is our territory. Don't interfere." Signed by TB. But honestly, I don't care. I need to make money, and nothing's gonna stop me from reaching my goal. I called Uncle Nelson, and he told me who blew up the RV. Yeah, we've got enemies already. Now we have to rent a motel and lay low. Uncle Nelson said we need to keep things low-key, and like I said, I'm a good kid. I did exactly what he told me. I knocked on the door and a lady came outside. Turns out she's the owner of the motel. Before renting a room, I decided to give her a little taste of what we're offering. A free sample, you know, just to make sure she becomes one of our future customers. I guess she really liked our product because she bought it right after I gave her the sample. So, I went ahead and rented a room. I only had a few products left, and I knew I needed to start planting soon if I wanted this business to grow. After that, I headed to the hardware store to grab some soil and a watering can. The owner there was pretty nosy. After I bought the stuff, he asked what I do for a living. So I told him the truth. I'm a drug dealer. At first, I thought he was going to call the cops, but instead, he handed me a speed grow boost. What a guy. After that, I went home. Oh, I almost forgot. I also bought a skateboard from this guy who looked just like me, but with cooler shades. Anyway, I went home, started putting the soil in the planter, and called up the dealer to order some seeds. While I was waiting, I decided to sell the remaining product to the locals. I packed some of our products into a bag and continued making some money. I was getting so bored waiting for the seeds, so I decided to say hi to this cop I ran into. It was almost curfew, which is why there were so many cops on the road. I ran into the cops again, and this time they wanted to search my pockets. I was nervous. They were bound to find my product, but luckily I've got a magic pocket. I managed to hide everything during the search, and they found nothing. So I decided to smoke my product right in front of him. He just stood there watching me puff away, probably wondering if he should say something, but he didn't. After a few minutes, my seeds were ready, so I collected them and headed back to the motel. I started planting, knowing that tomorrow we'd need to make some serious money to reach our goal. I went to sleep after planting, knowing tomorrow would be a big day. We needed to make a lot of connections and offer our product to the locals so we could build a solid customer base for the future. Day 2. Right after I woke up, I went outside to get some fresh air and started harvesting our product. I bagged everything up so I could distribute it later and make some sales. The first customer of the day was the motel owner. Since she liked my product so much yesterday, I figured she might want some more. So I decided to try selling to her again. Sadly, she didn't want to buy this time, so I decided to find other people who might be interested. We finally got our first customer. We agreed on the price, the meeting spot, and the time. While waiting for the customer, I decided to plant more, so I'd have more product ready for the next day. I was getting so bored, so I decided to punch this guy since he didn't want to buy anything from me. What I didn't expect was that he would fight back. After I knocked him down with my skateboard, he stood up and went back to normal. I guess he realized he couldn't beat me, so he just walked away. After that, I headed to the meetup spot and gave him the product. I needed the money to upgrade my farm and keep the business growing. After a few minutes of waiting for someone to order, I finally received a text message. And guess who wants to buy from us? I completed the deal with Sam. I've got no beef with him, but he didn't deserve my product. After he handed me the money, I snatched the product right back from his pocket. Plan is to sell it back to him in the future. I'm not evil, it's called recycling. After that, I kept handing out my product for free to future customers. Thanks to Sam, I got his kush back, so now I could give it to others without losing anything. I saw Peggy standing there, so I decided to approach her. Maybe she'd buy some kush from us. And guess what? She bought a lot. And just as I wrapped up with her, I noticed another customer waiting behind her. After that sale, I got a message from Peggy again. She wanted to buy more. I don't know what's up with this girl. Maybe she's addicted, or maybe she's having a party tonight and wants to share with her friends. But hey, it's not my business. I've got my own empire to build. The motel wasn't enough to build my empire, so Uncle Nelson told me to rent a bigger room. I knocked on a door with the sign above it that read, Fat Dragon Chinese Restaurant. I couldn't help but wonder if they actually had a fat dragon inside. Anyway, I talked to the woman there and rented a room. This room is way bigger than my last one. I can add a few more planters here to get a lot more product in the future. It's only day 2, but I've already made a lot of progress. I went shopping and set up my farm. After that, I delivered the product to Peggy. Day 3. First thing in the morning, I harvested my plants and packed them up, ready to sell. I needed to grow my connections and build better relationships with people so I could eventually hire a dealer. After that, I got some cash and decided to pay off my debt to the guy who sold us the seeds for the farm. I was running low on product, so I needed to order more seeds. I grabbed a baseball bat, thinking I could use it in my future business dealings. I figured if I showed it to people, maybe they'd get scared and buy from us. And if they said no, well, we all know what would happen next. I didn't hit him, though. I knew I needed to build a relationship with him if I wanted to eventually hire a dealer. Since I was running out of product, I did what I did with Sam. As soon as they handed me the money, I stole their kush so I could sell it again to someone else. I tried to steal this guy's money, but it didn't go as planned. He pulled out a knife. Luckily, I had my trusty bat and knocked him out before things got messy. After that, I went to the supermarket, bought a Coke, and drank it to regenerate some HP. Gotta stay healthy in this line of work. I tossed the body into the water, out of sight, out of mind. Didn't want anyone else stumbling across it. I spotted the lady who owns the motel and figured I'd try to steal some money from her, but I failed. This time, instead of fighting back, she just ran away. Guess I scared her off. Looks like nothing happened. She totally forgot what I did and still wanted to buy some kush from me. Now that's what I call customer loyalty. I'd almost gotten all my kush back from today's sales. Not my fault. They're the ones dumb enough to just stick it in their pockets. Though I gotta admit, some people were smart. They hid it well, so I couldn't take it back. After scamming all those people, I went home and called it a night. That's the end of day 3. I'll wrap it up here for now. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments, and I'll drop part 2 real soon. Hope you had a good time. See you in the next one. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.